Today on Oklahoma Gardening, we're at the Oklahoma City Zoo, where earlier this year a new exhibit was open. This exhibit features neat new animals and neat new plants. And here to tell us about this new exhibit is zoo horticulturist Pearl Pearson. Hey Pearl.
Hi Steve.
Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Well Pearl, tell us all about this new exhibit here.
Yeah, this is a really exciting, it's an 8-acre exhibit. It's called Oklahoma Trails, and it's our way of celebrating the Oklahoma Centennial by highlighting native animals and native plants of Oklahoma.
Okay, and you've got lots of both, right?
They have lots of both, that's right. And I just wanted to point out that we are highlighting 11 life zones in Oklahoma, and we're going to walk through and we're going to look at animal species and plant species from each of these ecoregions.
Okay, and so these sort of highlight the different ecological zones or areas of the state?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And I think it'd be kind of exciting that we're going to start in really what is one of my favorite areas, and that's Black Mesa.
Okay.
And I consider it the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. And we're going to start with that, and then we're going to work our way through all the way down to so that's the Panhandle. We're going to work all the way down to the southeastern part of the state, which is the cypress swamps.
Okay, so this is a pretty good size exhibit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sure is.
All right, well these different areas I think are really unique, different amounts of rainfall in different parts of the state, so we do get different types of animals and different types of plants here in the state, and I think a lot of people will be surprised at the just the amount of diversity that we have here, and I'm sure that's featured with the animals and the plants.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, well you've got a person who's going to show us around some of these exhibits?
Do.
Okay.
I have Wayne Chambers, and Wayne's the horticultural technician who's in charge of this area, and I thought it would be great if Wayne spent some time with you and discussed and highlighted some of the different plants.
Okay, well we'll go see if we can find Wayne.
All right.
Well, now we're here with Wayne Chambers. Wayne, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And we're starting off at the Black Mesa area. And 5 years ago on Oklahoma Gardening, we shot a segment up at Black Mesa. And Wayne, as I look around, this area looks very similar. You guys have done a great job creating a little Black Mesa here at the zoo.
Well, thank you.
Which types of plants are we looking at here, Wayne?
Well, these right in front of us are those are pinyon pines. And we have several of those in there because that's one that's endemic to that area. Behind us over here, those are Juniperus monosperma, one-seed junipers, which are also found up there, which is kind of a different ecoregion for Oklahoma. Most people don't understand about the Black Mesa area, but we've done what we can in a small scale here.
Well,
the grass is a little blue stem.
Okay, you see lots of that up there.
The gray foliage is Artemisia.
Okay.
The little tiny oak is Gambel's oak.
Okay, and this oak, Wayne, it's not going to get too tall.
No, it's more of a scrub oak. It's native through the Oklahoma Panhandle, out through New Mexico, maybe some in Arizona, but it's a very small growing oak.
Okay, characteristic to those dry
areas.
Right.
Yeah. Here it might grow a little larger, wouldn't it? It's native habitat.
Okay, and right up here we've got a beautiful little flowering shrub. What is that plant?
That is Apache plume, and that's native out through there into Colorado, Rocky Mountain states, and it's already blooming. It'll bloom throughout the summer into the fall. And you can see the seed heads are nice little seed tufts. That's really pretty cool.
that is really unique. I love the white flowers, and then when those are gone, you get those little feather-like
and as it gets older, it will arch.
Okay, it'll arch the branches.
Yeah, I've seen them up on, I've been to the Black Mesa a couple of times, and you'll see them arching over the sides of rock and stuff.
Beautiful.
So really cool.
Well, I see all these other evergreens here, these Rocky Mountain junipers, because that area of our state is sort of the foothills of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, so you get a lot of crossover stuff there.
Okay, and different cultivars.
Yeah, this narrow one is one a lot of people are familiar with. This is Skyrocket juniper.
Okay.
The one behind it is a Wichita blue. Most of these are Wichita blues and skyrockets because they're easy to find in the trade. There are two Medoras, and the Medoras have a little more open growth habit.
All right, all cultivars
of the juniper,
Rocky Mountain juniper. Okay, well, as we keep continuing along here in the Black Mesa exhibit, I see a beautiful little deciduous shrub right over here. This is this kind of looks like poison ivy, but I know you guys didn't plant the poison ivy.
No, we don't plant poison ivy. We have enough to birds plant. Yeah, that is fragrant sumac, and that's a great plant, a great wildlife plant. Great fall color, it's nice foliage, and it's not poisonous at all. You can tell by the way you're handling it.
I wouldn't be doing that if I was afraid I was going to get a rash.
And then more of the
Artemisia.
This is one called rubber rabbit brush.
That is a beautiful plant.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm partial to gray foliage plants anyhow.
Okay.
Here's another little sumac here called, this is Rhus trilobeta.
Okay.
That was trilobeta. This is Rhus microphylla.
Okay. Some of the other sumacs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Wayne, these plants are great, and another great feature to this exhibit is this this viewing area where you can get a really good glimpse of those cougars out there.
Yeah, the cougars are really popular here. You can see how close you can get to them here, and that's one of the things we like to stress.
Right up close and personal.
And the junipers we have in here, we have the closest one is a Juniper scopulorum cultivar called Montana Green.
Okay.
Beside it is Juniperus virginiana, Hills Dundee, and there's a Juniperus virginiana Burkii back there. There's kind of a grouping of several of those. Behind we have several cultivars behind too for a screen.
Okay, so we got both the one-seeded juniper, or all three, the one-seeded juniper, the Rocky Mountain juniper, and even some of the eastern red cedar in this exhibit. Wayne, let's go look at another region.
Alrighty.
Well, Wayne, as we transition from the Black Mesa area, we go into the shortgrass prairie, and then as we come further east and south into Oklahoma, what area do we enter?
Well, this is the mixed grass prairie. As we get into the mixed grass area of Oklahoma, we start picking up a little more moisture, and because it's dry out in the panhandle, it gets a little more moisture towards the central part of the state, which is kind of where we are now. Oklahoma City is about the dividing line where the tall grass, short grass meet. Short grass, right here's the mixed grass area.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of the grasses in this area will be some of the tall grass species, but also you'll have little blue stem, you have buffalo grass, which we have along all this grass in here is buffalo grass.
Okay, and we can look down here, we can see some buffalo grass. Some of this has been stepped on a little bit, but beautiful short grass, kind of bluish foliage.
And it is what the buffalo fed on.
Okay.
Exactly. Some of the plants we have in here, this little one along the front, this is buckbrush, also called Indian currant, Symphoricarpos orbiculatus, and
berry.
Yeah, it makes berries, makes a berry about the size of my little finger. It's a kind of a reddish maroon color.
Oh, so it's a pretty good size berry.
It's a pretty good size berry. It's great for erosion control, and so it's a good plant. I like it a lot. There's actually selections of it that you can.
Okay, and it kind of makes a thicket, so
it'll make
that's
a
really
thicket,
good cover for birds.
It makes good cover. I used to think for years that nothing ate it, but I've read lately where quail and deer and even and a lot of it gets grazed by deer.
Okay. And speaking of birds and cover for birds, we're in sort of an aviary here.
Hey, this is our native bird aviary here.
A lot of native birds
what we
in this
have
area.
are native birds to Oklahoma. We have eastern bluebird, which is one of my favorite. I have bluebird boxes at home.
Yeah.
And I really like the hollow log over here has a nest of eastern bluebirds.
Really?
And,
they're already nesting. That is great.
Yeah.
And you guys leave some of these snags or these dead trees in place for a reason?
Well, some of this is for perching areas for them, but also we have a lot of woodpecker species in here. And the woodpeckers like to feed on all the little insects that get in there, wood-boring insects that get in there. So, but a lot of it's for, see, we've got eastern I mean, you got a scissor-tail flycatcher there. We got all kinds of cool stuff up in there.
Yeah. Okay. So even though those snags or those dead branches or dead trees may not always look good in the landscape, but
they're great to leave.
If we have a place maybe in the back of the property, go ahead and leave some of those for those insects and things for the birds.
My wife and I have a post oak that has died, and it's this big, and we live on an acreage, and we've left it because we have red-bellied woodpeckers, we have downy woodpeckers, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that.
Lots of stuff. Great. And the little shrub right here is very interesting with the kind of grayish leaves and the yellowish flowers.
This is Coyote Willow.
Coyote Willow.
If you're from the part of Oklahoma I'm from, it's Coyote Willow. But this is native to western Oklahoma, grows along stream banks. You can see it's in flower now. And it's another one that's good for knitting soil together and holding stream banks and
preventing erosion.
Okay. And it's a nice little cover plant as well.
Beautiful little plant. Wayne, we've got a big barn here at the end of the aviary. What is that? What is the significance of the barn here?
That's our nocturnal building.
Okay.
We have ringtails, we have raccoons, we have possum, we have snakes, we have bats, which the kids like to see the bats and the snakes.
We have grizzly bears in this exhibit, and I didn't realize that grizzly bears were native to Oklahoma.
They are. They were into this part of Oklahoma even years ago, into the Cross Timbers area, which is what we're standing in now. This whole area through central Oklahoma into part of Kansas and down into Texas is Cross Timbers area, and they did have grizzly bears in that area.
Okay.
Right here on this side is our Arkansas Valley area.
Okay, it really is a valley. I mean,
it
is
a valley because I've been up and down it. It's a valley.
Yeah, up and down both sides.
Yeah. This nice plant over here in flower is one of the native hawthorns. It's called Reverchon Hawthorn.
Okay.
And it has thorns about 3 inches long. Great white flowers, good berries in the fall.
Don't want to bump into it though.
Don't want to bump into it. It's great for wildlife habitat. We have rusty blackhaws down there. We have deciduous hollies in different places down there. A couple of these trees right here are seaside alders, which is a very cool story.
Yeah, the seaside alder we featured on our program last year. Plant that occurs in Delaware, Oklahoma, and a few places in Georgia. And very, very rare. But
very rare.
We've got them in Oklahoma, and you guys have got them here.
We've got them here. We've got several of these, and we have some that are already on zoo grounds. Have been here for a number of years, so they will grow for you here.
And this Arkansas Valley area of the exhibit is a place where the horticulturists of the zoo can feature some of the plants, because there are not really any animals in this area.
There's no animals in this area. We get a few. There's bunnies everywhere in the zoo. Cute, adorable, cuddly bunnies that eat your plants.
They eat the plant.
But one of the plants I really like a lot is this yellowwood. There's about 5 yellowwoods through here, and it's
beautiful, beautiful panicles with white flowers. And
these are
very, very rare tree in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma is about the westernmost limit of its range. We've got a lot of other little. We've got Penstemon in here. We've got Rudbeckias. We've got all kinds of cool perennials in here. Okay. We've got a whole bunch here that we haven't planted yet as well.
Okay, so
and this is a nice shot here of the Arbuckle Mountains, of the Turner Falls feature here.
Okay, so some herbaceous plants as well in this Arkansas Valley.
Yeah.
Okay. And thanks, Wayne. Thanks for showing us this area.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Well, Pearl, we started out with you, and then you kind of handed us off to Wayne, and we looked at the Black Mesa, and we've kind of worked our way across the state from west to east and from north to south. And in the southeastern part of Oklahoma, we have another region. What is that?
That's right. This region is the cypress swamps. And this area, the dominating plant are bald cypress, and we're going to be adding those soon. But we already have the dominant animal that we're going to display for this area, and that is the alligators.
Wow, alligators in Oklahoma. I didn't realize that.
That's right. native to the southeastern part of the state. You know, that's also the Louisiana coastal plains region, comes up through that area. And we do have alligators.
Okay, so kind of a small area, but they do occur in Oklahoma.
That's right.
Really interesting.
That's right.
Okay.
And a lot of very interesting plants in that area too. And the whole exhibit, it's done. We still have some plantings to do. It's just like any garden. It's a work in progress. So
sure.
I encourage everybody to come and see it. And actually, May 12th is International Plant Conservation Day that we celebrate out here at the zoo. And everybody that comes out then, we are going to offer tours focusing on the native plants on the Oklahoma Trail site and a couple other activities. So
okay, and that's on May 12th. What time does that get started?
It starts at 9 a.m., 9 to 3.
Okay, sounds exciting.
Great.
And this is a wonderful exhibit, Pearl.
Thank you.
I appreciate so much you taking time to show it to us.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.